Hey everyone, it's Anya Grace, and I just wanted to send you a happy New Year's message as we close out 2018 and we open into a new year. I personally am super proud of myself for everything I created in 2018, and you guys were a big part of it. So I wanted to say thank you for showing up and participating in many of the activations and trainings and just communicating with me through email and expressing your experience and your growth through this elevated woman journey. And I'm up north with my family. We're getting ready to go to a fun celebration tonight for New Year's. But I wanted to send you guys a little message as you set, I'm sure many of you are sitting down and just kind of reflecting on 2018 and setting intentions, perhaps resolutions for 2019. I wanted to share you a trick that I started to implement about 5 years ago into my life, because I think goals are really powerful, and I set goals all the time, and I check in with myself and see what I've, created based on past intentions. But what can be, my kitty's here, that's Oliver. What can be really powerful is to begin to implement these intentions and goals and resolutions from a feminine perspective. So we think about the common resolutions that we'll set. Often it's around our diet, often it's around exercise, and just doing these good things for our body so that we can operate at our fullest potential, so that we can embrace and embody the beauty and the value that we are. We know what we need to do to live to our fullest, but sometimes we don't take that action. So I want you to do a little bit of self-reflection and really ask yourself, okay, where is my lack of, commitment to myself, to my healthy eating, to my lack of exercise, whatever it is that you're working on shifting in your life, where is that really coming from? Because often we won't show up for ourselves, not because we don't want to do those things, but there's an inherent and underlying lack of self-love and self-worth. So we'll continuously set these resolutions, but then we'll break those commitments to ourselves. And this can create those negative cycles of just beating ourselves up, and that's not a good place to be. So my invitation to you is to set your resolutions this year from a really feminine, heart-centered place. And rather than setting your intentions and resolutions to accomplish or create something in the outer world, perhaps let the intention come to the heart and what you want to activate and experience on the internal plane, in the inner world. Because what happens is, as we build self-love and self-value from the inside out, everything around us begins to shift. So we will naturally not eat the second piece of cake, or we'll naturally want to get up early to go for a walk or a run, or we'll naturally start to want to eat better. And I want to share this with you just because it's been my own personal journey that for so many years, just struggling to fix and get control over the outer world, when really my power came when I started to set my intention from the inside out and decide that there's nothing that I need to change or fix on the outside. My job is to take responsibility for how I feel, for the energy that I'm bringing into my life and activating through me and sending out, and trust that as I build this self-love and self-worth from the inside, that everything around me will shift. 5 years ago, I set an intention on New Year's to meditate every day. And I decided that was the only intention I was going to commit to, because all the other ones seemed to kind of fail. And that year, I literally meditated every single day. And what that did for me, whether whether it's a meditation practice or just a simple walking practice, something to get ourselves connected to the inside, is it started to build a deep sense of self-love and self-worth. And I truly experienced my weight begin to balance, my confidence about relationships and men and, being attractive, that started to shift. And my relationship with food started to shift because I was inherently valuing myself more. I was able to show up for myself more consistently because I wasn't placing my worth on anything outside of myself. So for the new year, I'm going to do a free meditation week, a totally free training for you guys that is just going to be a way for us to get together if I could share one thing with everybody who participates in this elevated woman journey, and many of you know this, is that our power rests within. It comes from within. So the more we delve into this inner world and activate the inner plane, the more we'll be able to access our power as women and really be able to live out our lives at this elevated level. So that's why I'm doing this training, is it's truly coming from a place of passion, that I believe that when we activate this inner world, everything will shift from the outside. So the training will start the second week of January, and I'll be sending out details in following emails, but just keep your eyes open for information about that. We'll be going through the 7 main energy centers in the body and activating the divine masculine and feminine energies within each of those chakras, within each of the energy centers. So it's going to be a really powerful way to start 2019, is to have these centers clear, activated, opened, and working together, really harmonizing the masculine and feminine polarities within, because we can't step it up into our true power as women until we know what it feels like to be fully supported by that male energy within us and outside of us as well. So we're calling that in for 2019. So I think it's going to be a really beautiful experience, and I hope to see you guys there. I wish my kitty was back. I don't see him though. But once again, thank you for showing up this year and just giving your heart, giving it your all, because it's just been a really powerful journey, I know, for so many of you. And again, I thank you. I'm going to get my kitty just so he can say goodbye. Okay, he doesn't want to come on. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon.